30,000 yuan, take it. Don't come to the dock anymore. 10 years of partnership, profits exceeding 5 million. Gong Haisheng just gave me 30,000 yuan to deal with me. I said nothing, because he didn't know. Today, he didn't drive me away. It was the last surviving route for the Gong family's ship. Gong Haisheng. Zhou. The old Aquaman is here too. 10 years ago, I was able to sail the sea for half my life. They've all knelt into your boat. They agreed to join forces and work together. He said he didn't treat us like long-term workers. Now, with just one word, you kick my son out. Zhou Hai, that leg of yours was your own greed back then. He insisted on venturing into the black whirlpool. Who can you blame for being a cripple yourself? All these years, I've taken care of you two eating and living together. Benevolence and righteousness are exhausted. Gong Haisheng, you have the nerve to bring up black whirlpools. Who was it that year with red eyes and dark whirlpools? That was a huge disaster. No one advised him. He insisted on steering the boat inward. It was your boat caught in the whirlpool. Who jumped in and dragged you out of the water back then? It's me, Zhou Hai. That was 20 years ago. Just say yes, and that's it. Everyone on and off this dock doesn't know this. Back then, you were the one showing off your abilities. Now, jealous. I made my ship bigger and bigger. Are you trying to extort this kind of excuse from me? All right. Old, rotten grains are boring. Sign the papers, take the money, and leave. All right, I'll take this money. Understand current affairs. But my father still had to return the things his father gave to the boat back then. My old wooden boat. And my dad's fish knife. This broken ship leaked like this. It should have been chopped down long ago to burn as firewood. Take it and take it. This knife will stay with your father for life. That was a knife passed down through 3 generations from my grandfather. You can't move. Is it? Are you? Ha ha ha. To give up even a broken blade's life. Heh, old Aquaman seed is really something. Well. All right, the show is over. Everyone, it's over. Zhou Man. You sign the letter, you take the money. Behind the bridge is the way back. And don't say the shipping company owes you anything. This is a perfect match, Zhou Man. Your broken boat leaks like that. Don't drive it out tomorrow and then sink it into the sea to feed the fish. Ha 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 ha. Sigh, was Zhou Hai really trying to save Gong Haisheng back then? Who can say for sure? Stay out of things without evidence. Father, why didn't you tell me about what happened back then? So what if I say it? No witnesses, no physical evidence. I believe you, but it's useless for you to believe me. Everyone in the town had to rely on the Gong family's cold air to get by. I, a lame old man, went to confront the richest man in town. Who dares speak up for me? Father, I'll help you get back that honor. I won't mention this. What are you planning to do from now on? Don't worry about it. Dad, look at this tide. What's wrong? Tonight marks the biggest ebb tide of the month. This kind of tide only happens once every half month. What do you want to do? The undercurrents at the Black Whirlpool entrance are usually fierce. But when this major retreat hits, the last step at the bottom is the weakest undercurrent. The place was filled with wild, large yellow croaker. A once-a-year black spot at Schwanko. You have forgotten how that place caused me 20 years ago. Father, I remember the trend-watching skills you taught me back then. The tide has gone to its lowest point. The sound of water shifted from a sudden turned to muffled and began counting to 3/4. You told me this yourself. Your half-finished notebook. The final step that was missing. Tonight, I'll go pick him up. Take it. Back then, I relied on him to feel the tide direction in the black whirlpool. Remember, the third quarter arrives. Whether you fish it out or not, immediately turn around and not be greedy for even a second. I heard it, damn. Grandpa, go back to sleep. At dawn, I came back fully stocked. The sound of water still rushes swiftly. The vortex is fierce, but it's not time. The water turned, and the sound of water was muffled. From now on, 3 grams per gram pass. The first courage is steady. Second brother has arrived. You. Boy. This nest was so heavy it felt like a piece of ginger was tied to it. Wow, hey. Hako is halfway there. Come up quickly. The third quarter of an hour had arrived. The vortex has returned. Turn. Oops. Today, I have to leave your place without reason. There's no way to drag me back. It's now. You. Father. I took that half step for you. I took a full bite. Not even a single feather was caught. That useless Zhou Man said there would be a big fish flood in 3 days. I came out early to bet. How did the bet end up empty-handed? Brother Chong, which path did those fish actually take? We really can't figure out these things. Wasn't it always Zhou Man who managed it before? Shut up. Mention him for what? Without him, our Gong family's boat can't turn around, right? Chong, look quickly. Is that Zhou Man's boat? Just that leaky boat of his. My iron ship is so big. Such a good radar. I searched all night and was empty-handed. What could he possibly gain? I think I just can't face going back to the village. He slumped back in embarrassment. Wild large yellow croaker. Such a big size. Several hundred gene, I guess. Just this broken ship. Caught overnight. One day, I could catch them again. Such a complete set of wild goods. I've never seen a fish in my whole life. Not impossible. Did you buy this fish from someone else? Ship back to scare people. Gong Chong, this warehouse full of live, wild yellow croaker. Go ask around at this dock. Who can sell it to me? That would be like a blind cat running into a dead mouse. Luck hit. Your big iron ship sailed all night. Coming back empty. What kind of luck is that? Ha. Gong Xiao asked that. When someone is fully invested, he still has the nerve to say he was knocked out when he was empty. The old Sea King's son really does have real skills. You guys laugh and have nothing to do, huh? Zhou Man, this guy's amazing. This condition could be sold for a high price with your eyes closed. Sai, I'm sorry, but I still don't dare to accept it. Boss Gong made it absolutely clear. Who will take your goods? No one should think about using his cold shot anymore. Uncle Son, don't make things difficult for me. I'm not going to sell this stuff to the dock today. No dock is sold. Then who are you selling this whole truck to? Yeah, Zhou Man. What's the use of having so much goods? This dock radiates 10 li. The Gong family calls the shots. Not a single acquisition point dares to take your money. You're a cartload of fish. Just leave it here and wait for it to rot today. Just wait to stink. Haha. Who said I have to sell at your dock? Boss Zhou has been waiting for you to come. That's what you said on the phone last night. Wild large yellow croaker from Haishuenku. Extremes, all top-notch. Those few big restaurants in our provincial capital. For this authentic wild product. All the orders are pressing down on me. Boss Jiang, just stick to the price agreed upon on last night's call. I'll calculate the whole car for you. Speech. A word from a gentleman. I'll add another layer of your quality. Boss Zhou, how much will you have in the future? I have a private car to my door, covering everything. Well. Boy. The Gong family sealed off the entire dock. He turned around and invited the big boss from the city to his doorstep. What is this called? The Gong family? This wind and sand sealed a lonely place. I wonder if this sea will bear the Gong or Zhou's surname from now on. Not necessarily. Ah Xiao did the math. You have a loan on credit this month. The inventory and military funds at the Gong family cold storage hadn't been settled either. You drove my purchase price so low. I shaved off the ice money for 1 gene of fish. Almost no money left in the cold storage. How am I supposed to pay this debt? That's because Boss Gong kindly accepted your goods. There's so many small stalls at this dock. Even if you want to curry favor, you just can't. This month, it won't be settled. Next month, Gong family's ice will be available. Don't even think about using the Gong family's cold storage. No soldiers, look, can you make it past noon? Miss, do you buy fish at this stall? You are Zhou Man. You are Zhou Man. The dock where the Gong family's iron ship returned empty this morning was already widely known. The Gong family pressed the purchase price down. My father fell ill a few years ago. He owed money to the Gong family. For the past 2 years, I've relied on this stall to pay off my debts. But the Gong family earned from the cold storage and ice storage. Bring my purchase price to the lowest possible level. The more you do it, the more you lose and the more you repay debts. Your stockpiled stocks of large yellow croaker are precious. I can't eat at this little stall. You should go to the city to sell. I'm selling the big yellow croaker in the city. But from now on, I'll go out to sea every day. There's always a stock. He just pointed at Boss John's car. They can't eat all my goods. You mean the scattered fresh goods at the dock? I need a local stall to help me out. I'll take a share of your stall. I supply goods, you sell them. We'll split the money we've made. My stall can't even afford the capital. If it doesn't sell, I'll be stuck with my debts and even harder to pay back. You don't have to pay for it. We'll split the sale and get a share. If it can't be sold, I'll take it and consider it mine. You won't take a single cent. Why do you trust me so much? Today is the first time we've met. Because we were both cornered by the same person. He wants to crush your stall. I'm holding it up for you. He wouldn't let me sell fish. I insist on selling it. This time, I believe your dad is in big trouble. Zhou Man, that useless man, was pulled back from the black whirlpool mouth. A full warehouse full of wild large yellow croaker. He even hired a big boss from the city. Drive cold chain vehicles. In front of the entire dock. Basket after basket, they pulled away Haishuanko. He went to the black whirlpool mouth and was still alive. The full position is back. And even made a promise to him. From then on, all the goods would go to the city. Dad, let's seal off his dock. Sales channels have been sealed off in vain. People simply don't care about it. Dad, could you come up with a plan? Keep going like this. Those fence sitters at the dock. Sooner or later, they would have to follow him. You're right. Blocking his sales channels is impossible. He was a big deal. That road in the wild city. I can't stop anytime soon. Well, then just watch him jump around. No matter how far he sells, the ship will have to leave my dock eventually. His broken boat sets sail for a trip. Refuel, prepare your troops. When they return, they need to dock and unload the goods. The fuel berth at this dock. Which one isn't from the Gong family? Dad, you mean cutting off his supplements. I want to see what he's missing through. No oil, no ice. Where else could it go? Fugu follow the old rules. 3 baskets of soldiers. Zhou Man, I have to be frank with you today. Boss Gong spoke out yesterday. I won't sell the Gong family's soldiers to you anymore. Scold. Where's the mother-in-law's seat? My boat is still docked over there. Hey, don't even think about being a wife. Today is the day to clear it up. And then, let's talk about it together. These are the docks, and these collection points. No one will dare to accept your goods in the future. Boss Gong dropped the topic here. I pay to buy soldiers. Pay a seat seizure fee according to the regulations. A business with clearly marked prices. Why don't you let it? This ice storage is the owner of the Gong family. I don't want you to do business at this dock. What could a gatekeeper like me possibly do? What is this called? Makes sense. At this dock, Boss Gong had the final say. That's the truth. You feel wronged. Go talk to Boss Gong yourself. Don't rush to the Bingbo Way acquisition point. These were the only 3 things he truly held in his hands. This is to push me out of his dock entirely. Those who know the good should get rid of that broken ship early. They would confront the Gong family at the Gong family dock. No one has ever taken advantage. Didn't your father's leg back, then be placed there for you to watch? Ah, Zhou Man. You're empty. The male sea cucumber spoke. The Gong family's soldiers won't sell me. No dock berths allowed for me to dock. The purchasing point also doesn't allow me to accept my goods. He's cutting you off with both the troops and the position. Alas, yes. Zhou Man, this is much thinner than Feng and I. If you haven't chilled it, just scoop up your fresh goods. If it doesn't last until noon, it starts to stink. They won't even let you dock at the dock. Where will you put your ship after unloading the cargo? I really didn't expect his move to come so quickly. You just helped me enter the valley yesterday. Today it's all about you. But my stall also counts on the Gong family soldiers. I was on credit myself to the point of getting strangled. I can't help you much. I don't blame you. This is between me and Gong Haisheng. It doesn't affect you. Old Chuan, you've been on credit for 3 months. Not a single part is settled. If you don't settle the debt today, the refrigerator will be used to pay off the debt. Floating clouds can't be used. This champagne is my capital for selling fish these past couple of days. Cost. Who would dare to deny Boss Gong's account? If the ice runs out, my little fish spoiled the same day. You can't even recover your capital. What'll I give you back? Aren't you killing me? Enough talk, bring it here. My soldiers. My capital. Wealth and honor. People who struggle to protect themselves still have the leisure to meddle in other people's affairs. Ah, old man. How much do you owe you? You are Zhou Man. How much military money is owed? I'll settle it for him. You tied a knot for him. You can't even buy your own soldiers, so what can you use to settle the matter? Boss Jiang, is the settlement slip you gave me yesterday enough? The old man's military money is just a bit much, right? Consider it your marriage. Old Bolt. Today, Zhou Man stands up for you. Next time, I won't pay it back on credit, but no one will cover for you. Xiao Man. I recognize you. You're the old Aquaman, son of Zhou Hai. You recognize my father. Hee. More than just recognizing them. Xiao Man. I was on the boat, that time, at Kurobakuchi 20 years ago. What do you say? That time at Black Whirlpool, you were on the ship. Those are old memories. I'm a bad old man. No one believed him, even if he said it. Instead, it only brings trouble to the elderly. Xiao Man, thank you for helping today. I made a note of this sentiment. He just said it was on the ship 20 years ago. My father always said there was no one to witness what happened back then, but it might not actually exist in this world. All the purchase points for ice berths are cut off. Well, words personally passed down by Fugue. 20 years ago, he cut me off the same way. I refuse to accept the excuse he tampered with. He will cut off my boat's work, cutting off my family's food supply. I couldn't hold back any longer. Manner. That old Chuan you helped this morning. Dad, you know him too. Back then, on the boat at Haichuanku. After the accident involving me and Gong Haisheng, a total of 5 people. Gong Haisheng bit me back. The remaining 3 jobs were all paid for by him using cold steel. One by one, they cover their mouths. Lao Xuan is one of them. Then he is a witness. Dad, he even told me this morning. Back then, he was on the ship. Warner, don't worry. Old Xuan is timid and poor. He had been under the Gong family's control for a full 20 years. If you help him this time, he'll become your bond. But if you really get him to step forward, he dared not confront Gong Haisheng face to face. Why does his whole family rely on the Gong family's soldiers? The Gong family's daily life was just a matter of life. As soon as he opened his mouth, the whole family will have to endure the cold tomorrow. The human heart can't be rushed. You have to make old Xuan speak up for us. Just helping him once wasn't enough. He had to see it with his own eyes. Following you gives him more hope and confidence than following Gong Haisheng. When the day comes, he won't be afraid of the Gong family anymore. That truth that has been suppressed for 20 years. He said it himself. I remembered. So this anger must not be vented. He cuts off my troops, cuts off my other position. I moored the boat at another port. They still went out to sea and returned fully stocked, as usual. Which port do you want to go to? The small port berth in the neighboring village is shared, and also an ice factory. Dad, I want everyone at the docks to see it. They're head-on with the Gong family. It might not be the same fate as you did back then. Zhou Man. I guess you'll come to this little harbor. Why are you here too? Gong family wharf won't let you stay. Although this place was quiet. But this reserved seat is shared by everyone. Whoever pays the fee can rely on it. Gong Haisheng didn't have the final say here. You know this piece well. Years ago, I made a living in this small harbor. This morning you paid for 3 months' worth of soldiers for me. Pull me out of Fugue's hands. My old bones have no other skills. You can still figure out the ins and outs of this port area. Lao Zhu. This young man is named Zhou Man. From now on, you'll be settling in our small harbor. Refuel, pack up, and leave together. Just follow the regulations and handle it for him. The ones coming from a Gong family dock with a Gong family. Don't let me dock at his dock. I will come to your shared harbor. Fuel money, military funds, berth fees. I have a lot of money. Even the invoice can be issued. Well, then there's nothing more to say. Whoever pays for this small post uses it. He didn't care about Gong Haisheng's expression. I'll fill up the oil for you. Over at the ice rink. Let me pass a message for you. Thank you. From now on, whenever I have good goods, the first thing that comes to mind is our Xiaojiang. Following this young man really has a bright future. The large yellow croaker at the black whirlpool mouth. I've already tried it once. Father's note stated, at this time, the tide recedes. On the assassination, sand outside the shoal, a kind of commodity gathered, more precious than large yellow croaker. Going home. When the tide recedes, the sound of water turns muffled for a moment. Wild shrimp of such large size. A whole litter. The large yellow croaker at Haisheng Pass is the top-tier catch. But this shrimp from the assassination chicken, Boss Zhang's restaurant still competed to buy them. Gong Haisheng cut off my supplies at the dock. It can't stop my skills in the sea. Boss Zhou, I said, why did you change the place today? Wow, the wild giant prawn has this head. Boss Zhou, your supply is getting wilder and wilder. Boss Jiang, the Gong family has stopped my dock from restriction. In the days that followed, all my goods have to go through this small port. Do you think it's convenient? So convenient, haha. I don't mind that the harbor is far. Boss Zhou, to be honest with you, ever since that big yellow croaker last time, the owners of my restaurants call me every day, asking if there were any more wild goods from Boss Zhou. Where did you go, you guy? My car drove there. Don't even mention a small port. You're just sailing the boat to the edge of the sky. I joined in, Dad is out of his way. We cut off all the high-level acquisition points at Zhou Man Wharf, but he went to a run-down hill in a neighboring village to settle down. The warehouse will still be full. What are you nagging about this time? Wild giant prawns. Then that Zhou Man drove a cold chain truck to take him away. Dad, you can't even block the guard posts in the neighboring village. He was like a loach all week. No matter how hard he pressed, he couldn't get him down. Who helped him at the neighboring village post? Who else can there be? I heard it was old Xuan, that old man, leading the way. The old Zhou head of mobile games. She accepted him out of respect for old Xuan. Old Bolt. He was indeed bold. Father, you have another trick. Even without illness, it was cut off. The parking space was also cut off. He still lives just fine. It's not that expensive ice can be bought elsewhere. Port can overcome oppression. The road is unbreakable. But the human heart can be broken. Hadron. Why would the hundreds of fishermen at this dock believe him? Zhou Man, relying on him. Every time he returns, the granary is full. Every time the warehouse is full. A broken ship. All they caught were precious wild goods that others couldn't get. Xiangzi, don't you think this is a bit strange? Father, you mean we should spread the word? They said his goods had an illegible origin. They say he wasn't a scammer at all. Sales channels. I can't cut it off. I don't understand. I can't cut it off. But there was someone the whole village couldn't trust. No matter how capable he is still alone. How could he get out of the way of saying that? You don't need to worry about how you put it. You just watch. Wait, the whole dock started biting her tongue. Can he hold his porridge full? Zhou Man could fill a whole broken ship here. My big iron ship is so scared of him. Every time, Zhou Man pressed the ebbing tide button to get in. We have no idea what you're mumbling about sailing about. Changji's undercurrents at this black whirlpool are fierce. The older generation all said that most ships that went in were 9 out of 10. What do you mean we have radar? There was a powerful charge inside. Catch the fish in one net. Seeing what Zhou Man was still proud of. Yang Ge was sweating profusely. None of them could withstand the pressure. Boost the horsepower to hit the punch. Retreat, 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 turn around. Brother Chong. One step later, the ship got stuck in it. Zhou Man, how did that bastard even get in? Even my big iron ship can't get in. How could a broken boat like him get in? Drive it back. I want the entire dock to think about it. What did Zhou Man have to get into? The guys are idle. Let me ask you something. Changji has something to do. That black whirlpool mouth didn't even enter this morning. My big iron ship almost drove the boat underwater. Those were shoes, and Brother Liu couldn't get in that place. Normally, Zhou Man would watch the morning court. Let me tell you, if you look at the tide, you can see a whole warehouse of wild, large yellow croaker. A whole warehouse of large prawns. This sea has been fishing for decades. A seasoned veteran. Who has seen that orange stuff? He had a broken boat every time. A few brothers. There really isn't such a coincidence in this world. Chang, what does that mean? I'll see. That fish of his wasn't caught at all from the black whirlpool mouth. Not caught at all. Where did that come from? I can't say for sure. It was stolen at night, and someone else had set a good net. Or is she flirting with someone outside? After all, a broken ship is always fully stocked. There must be nothing hidden here. Gong Chang, wrote the name backwards. Brother Chang's words made sense. How can there be such a coincidence? Chinner just feels something's off. A leaking boat can be salvaged better than our big iron boat. Do you think this really happened? Who knows? A broken ship with a full warehouse is strange every time. Sigh, the delivery was a bit late today. These 2 baskets of prawns were very fresh. Zhou Man was acting strangely today. No one came to buy goods at my stall all morning. Usually, he was a familiar face. Today, I've been avoiding them. Something happened. Second uncle. Were you dodging? Chinner, you even bought 2 fish for me. You tell the truth. What's going on outside? Chow, it's not that uncle doesn't want to take care of your business. Everyone outside said Zhou Man had shady origins. The way it came was not right. Says who? Saying a broken ship is always full of warehouses. This is not a legitimate fishing, but a stolen net. It was dirty stuff dumped by the people outside. Xiao Man, everyone spreads the word like this. Uncle also heard about it. Second uncle, a few days ago at this dock. You're the first to say I have real skills. That's that. But this broken ship is always fully stocked. It really does make people wonder. Uncle didn't say you're bad. Uncle just doesn't dare touch it. What if you really have something going on? We buy and sell as we do. Turning back, I end up with a foul stench. This was clearly Gong Jiafang's words. Gong Chang asked everyone he met at the dock all morning. Why is it obvious that the full stock is coming for you? If you cut off my sales channels, he can't. Cut off my supplementary precepts. He couldn't break it. This time, he came to spread rumors. But how could this rumor be debunked? You can't go door to door explaining. Say the fish was caught cleanly. The more you explain, the more they feel guilty, the more they feel you're guilty. Yes. Third uncle. Xiao Man. Don't come looking for me anymore. What happened to uncle? Fugui came to me specifically this morning. He said he wanted to associate with you again. All my troops and my little work will be cut off for me. Xiao Man, my whole family pointed to this bite of rice. I can't afford to mess with it. He said I had cleaned up the fish one net after another. I believe you, but believing it is useless. Help him this time, and he becomes your affection. But if you really get him to step forward, he didn't dare. I've heard about it all. The whole dock is spreading rumors that your goods come from suspicious sources. Father, I set out to sea with dignity. Fish caught in nets by net with skill. How did it end up in their mouths? They become shameless dirt. Manner. 20 years ago, when Gong Haisheng turned against me. Guess how it was passed on at the dock? How did the rumors start? By saying I was greedy and sneaked into the black whirlpool. He crippled his leg. As the story spread, the flavor changed. They said I was never clean. He couldn't even explain the boat, the little bit of family fortune he had. This is no different word from the one you are sending me now. Not a word is bad. He had used this method once 20 years ago and succeeded. Now, Yuan Shuang is not moving, and it comes to you again. Rumors are the most poisonous. Alas, he doesn't want evidence. As long as enough people chew on it. chewing on it for a while. The fake became real. This is how I've been bitten for 20 years. So this time, I won't let him succeed. What are you going to do? Just like I was 20 years ago, go door to tell the difference. What if you can't tell the difference? No one believes me when I say the goods are clean. Then let the goods speak for themselves. In front of the entire dock, let them see with their own eyes which sea my fish comes from. How did they manage to catch it all in one net? You mean? He said my goods came from an illegible source. It was stolen or dumped filthy stuff. Then I'll put the goods on display in front of everyone at the dock. Boss Jiang, please invite an experienced veteran. Verify on the spot to see if it's real or fake. This Yao broke through without a fight. Inspecting goods is easier said than done. Right now, everyone at the dock believed that plan. Who would be willing to come to your banquet? Boss Jiang is willing to help you take this stage. Will you agree I will go and fight? Dad, I've been holding back this anger for you for 20 years. And hold it in for myself. This time it's not just about going fully invested. I also have to do it in front of the whole village. She slapped this girl right in the face. Boss Jiang, don't rush to leave today's truck. I would like to ask you for something. Boss Zhou, you can say our friendship is absolutely reliable. Gong Jiafeng said, Isn't mine the source of the stolen net? He was a dirty man from the island who was involved with outsiders. Now, no one on the entire dock dares to touch my fish anymore. Sling the bull. I have no idea what kind of thing you are. This is genuine wild goods. You can fool outsiders. You can't fool people in my line of work. Boss Jiang, will you be willing to say this to the Gong family dock? Say it again in front of the whole village. What do I think of it? Boss Zhou, I personally inspected this thing. He personally delivered it to those big restaurants in the provincial capital. Who would say he had an illegitimate background? It's just ruining my reputation, Jiang. Let's go. I'm not going to launch this car today. I'll go back to the dock with you. I want to talk to those gossiping people face to face. How did Zhou Man manage to pull the goods back? The city boss is here too. What are you here for? These days, rumors about me have been everywhere on the dock. Isn't Zhou Man's goods stolen? It's pouring dirty stuff. I can't explain it clearly when I open my mouth. Today I'm putting the goods here. They also invited Boss Jiang, who is receiving the goods. To verify its authenticity, please verify it face-to-face with an experienced expert. The villagers all know the sea's living and know their trade. Look, these shrimp whiskers can't be shelled. Clear and glossy, with firm flesh. Still living at this point, and still bouncing with a basket. This was the product of a genuine, wild assassination essence. Stolen online goods, dumped dirty stuff. How fresh and so neat. It wilted long ago and stinked long ago. I, Jiang, have been collecting seafood in the provincial capital for over 10 years. If you dare to use your reputation to guarantee Boss Zhou, this guy is clean. It really is the best wild game. I'll just say it. How could New Year's goods be so dirty? Well, those rumors from a few days ago. Who chewed out the root of your tongue? Inspect one basket, and it's considered clean. Who knows if he's just picking the best ones to bluff? Gong Chong, you don't believe me. There were still 5 full baskets on board. You pick whatever you want. Pick the basket to inspect it. Even if the goods are good, but you're just a broken ship. Why should I keep going fully invested? You should explain this clearly. With the skills my father taught me, the court viewing skills. Haitian mouth assassination spine ridge, what a trend. Take the waterway at the appointed hour. I remember this very clearly. This is the skill my father, Zhou Hai, has spent decades working at sea. Yes. It's the craftsmanship of the old sea king. Back then, Zhou Hai's ability to watch the tide. Who wouldn't accept this place? Gong Chong, your big iron ship entered the black whirlpool entrance. How did he end up leaving in disgrace? Scratching the bottom of the boat and losing a basket of web dramas. Do you want me to tell you this in front of everyone? Ha ha ha. Turns out even his own iron ship couldn't get in. If you can't get in, you're jealous. If you got the guts, don't talk nonsense. Honoring the reputation of others. Young Master Gong, this face is really embarrassing today. Ha 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 ha. Folks, I'm leaving at this point. How much wild goods does Boss Zhou have? Jiang, will accept them all. If anyone else had genuine products of this quality, come to me though. The price is negotiable. Boss Jiang, my 2 baskets of yellow croaker. Look at how the Zhou Man brothers set sail in the future. Can you also take us along? The rumor has been debunked, but Gong Haisheng wouldn't just let it go. Just this one film casts a net down. Remember what I said. The ebb tide recedes, and the sound of water grows murkier. Landing the net is the most accurate. Close the net. The red mouth teaching family instructions. The whole patch arrived even earlier than I remembered on my phone. Fully invested. I've never seen such a big shrimp trainer in my life. He followed Zhou Man without running. Oops. Zhou Man and his brothers. This bowl is top-notch. I was just half a month ago. It was this sea that gave it. Later, they followed them out to sea. According to the rules, no one loses out. I've been busy all night, so I steamed it at home. You made it on purpose, steamed it casually. You've been busy fighting the Gong family these days. Fighting those rumors. You didn't even eat properly. Thank you. Lately, I've been helping out with you. Dad shook and broke the Jiang guy. Inspected the goods in public. He even declared he would buy them openly. Now, several boats in the village have gone out to sea with Zhou Man. Every time the warehouse is full. How did I see it? You can see everything clearly from my window. The inspection shattered my rumors. The skills you see are real. People's hearts began to turn toward him. Upright. I can't beat him. Then it wouldn't be honorable. Dad, you mean? What reputation did Zhou Man value most now? The villagers are just beginning to believe he is a clean person. Then I'll let everyone see it with their own eyes. Is Zhou Man really clean or not? Fu Air, come here. If this became him, Zhou Man would be doomed. Hurry up and pack it in, get out quickly. Later, the victim will cause trouble for Zhou Man. The charge of stealing the internet was confirmed. Warner, don't move the boat yet. I saw the 2 Gong family clerks before dawn. Stuff something under your ship's hold. The ace of the neighboring village. The floating villages of the outer village. Dad, are you trying to frame me for stealing the net? 20 years ago, he slandered me by saying my goods had unclear origins. It's just gossiping about the root of the tongue. Now it's your turn. He was afraid that the kiln on his mouth wouldn't be able to hold back. Might as well just stuff real, stolen goods into your boat. The suspect who came to the door of the imperial carriage was also captured. You can't wash yourself off, even if you jump into the sea. This move shows he can no longer beat us. What do you want to do? Throw things away. Pretend it never happened. If you throw him away, he'll fall again. Chapter 2, Chapter 3. This time I won't dodge, and you won't dodge. This is stolen goods. He wanted the whole village to see me stealing the net. Then I'll let the whole village see it with my own eyes. Where did this stolen goods come from? Who put it in? Father. The trap he set up. I want to make a plan. Sigh. As long as you know what you're doing. What do you need Dad to do? Father. That half of your notebook from back then was left unfinished. Is it Yang Xin? You need to go to Yang Xian's place. 10 times fiercer than Haibaku. The tide that only rises once in decades can be entered. It's these days. Father, do you remember that quote from the king of Wujing Gate? I've calculated it repeatedly. This time, he will focus on nurturing his heart during the imperial court. You can't get in on just your boat. A new tide of Yangxinyang. It must be connected by a pair of boats, bow and stern. They had to hold hands to make it through. So I had to invite the whole village's boat to go with me. Isn't this the trump card the Leaf family from the neighboring village has thrown away? How is on your ship? Zhou Man, what's going on? Early this morning, some people took advantage of the darkness. Secretly stuff these stolen goods from other villages under my ship's hold. I want everyone to think that I, Zhou Man, am a thief who stole nets. Where did these stolen goods come from, and who put them in? I have my own way to get him to the bottom of it. But today I invited everyone here. Not for these cigarette trivial matters. In the coming days, a major tide that appears once in decades is about to rise. Yang Xian would enter a place that only happened to meet the king of Wujing Gate in decades. That was the greatest disaster in this sea. No one dared to enter Yang Xian's place for decades. The black gold king of the underworld. My grandfather's generation only heard of it once. Yang Xian's elder brother. A single boat cannot get in, so that boats in the entire village could connect bow to tail. Only by holding hands can they make it through. My father, Zhou Hai, recorded all the fish do and tide tips in Jinyang's heart in this notebook. Today, I'm bringing out this hidden skill. Who would want to come with me to retrieve this sea? A once-in-decades disaster. Whoever was recruited into the team was the one who fished them out. Shares fairly according to the effort contributed by Shiping. I, Zhou Man, will never keep it all for myself. Following Zhou Man these past few days, he had taken it back empty-handed. My family's boat counts as one too. Senior brother Yang Xian really has the luck of an old sea king. Led by Zhou Man, I believe it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Listen carefully, follow the bow of my boat. I say go in, and I go and I say back, back quickly. The ropes must be kept at the pines. We have dozens of boats, forming a strong force. The tide that lifts the heart cannot be stirred. The sound of water still rushes swiftly. Stay steady, don't panic. The water turned, and the sound of water was muffled. The tide recedes and keeps up with it. Once the goods are loaded, everyone pulls them all together. Aha. The fall of Wujing was truly a once-in-decades disaster. We've caught it. Chaoyang is back. Turn around and follow the same path one by one. No one is to fall behind or retreat. The king of golden cotton. I've been dealing in seafood for most of my life. Only heard from the older generation. Boss Zhou, I'll buy this fish no matter how many you want. Boss Zhou, let's join forces. This fish and the entire ship of good goods are included. This is the king of the black-bone chicken gate, and dozens of ships' cargo are here. But I have a rule. The highest bidder settles the bill publicly. Calculate clearly one by one. Every household that's set out with me on the boat. No one gets a small share of the profit after posting. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Who is Zhou Man? I heard we dropped the net on your boat. Fine, so it turns out you, the thief, caught red-handed. No, this is the villagers, I told you. A broken boat returns with a full granary. It's not that clean. Now, with both the accused and the stolen goods found, the evidence is irrefutable. You can trust someone like that. This. Ha ha ha. Dear fellow villagers, dear bosses, these stolen goods were indeed found on my boat. But they didn't light up today. Someone secretly stuffed it under my ship's hold. When did the guys lose their nets? Well, just a couple of days ago. A few days ago, my boat was moored at Shaojiang in the neighboring village. The villagers on the 10th watch me every day. When did you ever steal the internet from your village? Who is this stolen item? It's still before dawn. Stuffed into my boat. Someone saw it with their own eyes. Today, the sky is still before dawn. I brought meals to my son. He saw with his own eyes 2 Gong family men sneaking to the side of the boat. He stuffed a sack of things under the ship's hold. Zhou Hai, you're slandering me. You are his father. Who believes your words? I believe that. I believe it. Me, Gong Haisheng, framing and framing these lowly actions. Your Gong family can do it. Because you did it 20 years ago. Old Shuai, what nonsense are you talking about? 20 years ago, there were 5 people on the boat at the Black Spring mouth. My old Xuan is one of them. That day it was you, Gong Haisheng, who were jealous. The disaster at Hechuan mouth. No one advised him. He insists on steering the boat into a whirlpool. The ship was swept into the whirlpool. It was Zhou Hai who jumped into the water, dragging you out of the brink of death. That leg was the one that crippled you that time, saving you. But you turn around and bite back. He said Zhou Hai was greedy himself. You used money to shut up the mouths of the few of us left. 20 years. Zhou Hai, I've let you down for these 20 years. I watched helplessly as you were wrong for 20 years, and I didn't dare say anything. I'm afraid my whole family will point fingers at the Gong family's way to survive. I'm a coward. But today, I can't keep it in my mind anymore. Pretending to be clueless. So this was the truth from back then. Gong Haisheng. You repaid kindness with ingratitude. We believed it. You have been empty talker for 20 years. That was 20 years ago. There is no evidence of death. There is no evidence of death. Uncle Gong, have you forgotten about my father's ship? When it was merged into your fleet back then, my father's half notebook contains an old item from back then. This is the roster of the first 5 people who set sail that year. The black and white characters on it were written by Gong Haisheng himself, and voluntarily went together to Haichuanku. I remember clearly who insisted on going up here back then. All the witnesses and physical evidence are here. Gong Haisheng, you are not only framing corruption, moreover, 20 years of repaying kindness with betrayal and bullying neighbors. These things are not something you can deny yourself. Come with us now. How to handle it is fair. Dad, he brought this on himself. The rest is left to justice. We're not here to watch him make a fool of himself. It's been 20 years, and my leg has been on it. This abyss was finally cleared. Old Aquaman, sorry. Uncle Zhou, you've been busy all day. Have some hot soup. My dear daughter, you've worked hard these days to stay with Warner and get through it together. Huh, Joe. From now on, this sea would no longer be ruled by the Gong family. The villagers hugged tightly. No one fears anyone choking them. Yes, this is the life a seafarer should live. Don't just focus on that stall. From now on, we'll work together. This family business. I want to work well with you.